Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Ansh Jain. I am the current corporate director for Freetail Hackers and also one of the lead organizers for Summer Hacks this year. Welcome to my quick YouTube explanation on how to use the cloud credits that we will be offering you as part of our event this year. So first, really quickly, quick overview, what is the cloud? For those of you who don't know, the cloud is basically a way for you to say, hey, let me buy a computer somewhere else and pay for it so I don't have to worry about setting up everything on my own. And it goes way beyond that, of course. You can buy all sorts of cool things, especially you can buy compute services, you can buy storage like databases, you can buy cool AI ML services, you can do all sorts of stuff with the various types of cloud. But that's not what I'm really here to tell you about today. Today, I would like to focus on the three major types of cloud, or the three major cloud providers. You've probably heard of them. The first one is Amazon Web Services, or AWS for short. The second one is Microsoft Azure, and the third is Google Cloud Platform. You're going to hear a lot about all of these cloud providers. You'll hear a lot of people arguing about, which one's the best, which one's the worst. I mean, it's all a matter of personal preference. But so yeah, maybe try all three and then figure out which one you like best. But really, they all kind of do the same thing, just in a little bit of a different way. So yeah, this won't be very long. I just want to go through a couple of the resources that I have available for you guys. And we'll start with AWS. So the first is AWS Educate, which if you don't know about already is like a sort of, let's just go over to the AWS Educate tab here. All of these links will be available in the description, by the way. So AWS Educate is basically what AWS has allowed for students to use so that they can get involved in AWS while you're a student, and then hopefully use it as you journey into your career after school. So again, I've provided a link. All you have to do is go here and hit Join AWS Educate. Chances are you're a student, so just hit Student. And then right here is just a short form. Go ahead and sign up, fill it out. And then it's basically just going to ask you for some kind of proof that you are a student, assuming this email doesn't work. So you might have to submit like a screenshot of your transcript or something. But it won't take very long for the application to go through. And then you will be able to get all of the AWS Educate benefits listed here. One of the big ones is definitely cloud credits. So AWS Educates, I believe, come with an initial offering of $150 free in AWS credits. And then every 6 months or so, I believe you can claim 100 more. The other thing I would like to talk about, which I didn't actually include on this slide, is the AWS free tier. This you can use regardless of whether or not you are a student. But if it's your first time using AWS, the first time you set up an account, you get access to AWS free tier, which is basically 1 year of free access to one instance of almost any service on the platform. EC2 here is the big one. That's the one you might want to use for compute. S3 and RDS are available for storage. And again, there are plenty of other resources to explain what all of these services do. But if it's your first time making an AWS account, you basically get a whole year free with all these services, which should be totally enough for anything you might want to do during the hackathon. We also have one other option available to you if you are interested in AWS, which is AWS for Summer Hex Companies. Now, this is a little harder to get because it only applies for companies. So what we've done is we've applied to AWS and said, okay, we are funding companies, we are funding teams of hackers, you guys. And if you are interested in making your project into a company, then you are welcome to apply to AWS for Summer Hex Companies, which is this file right here. It should also be linked in the description. And here's how it works. Basically, all you have to do is go to this link, fill out here we are. Yes, and then make sure you message one of the organizers, probably me. I'll be able to give you our specific organization ID, which I would not be posting on here because I don't want everybody to have access to it. So once you get through here, it'll just ask you a quick form, fill out your company information. There is some stuff that's a little tricky. For example, you might have to have a website or a LinkedIn presence or some other thing to kind of prove that you are a company instead of just another kid asking for information. But if you manage to get through the process, then you will be eligible for $5,000 in AWS credits, which is comfortably enough to do anything that you want to do with AWS for the next few years. So that's definitely something to consider, especially if you're considering making a company with whatever app you're making throughout the summer. Moving on, so AWS is the largest cloud provider, and next up we have Microsoft Azure. Azure does have a quick Azure for Students plan, which basically just, if it's your first time creating an Azure account, prove to them you're a student by using the .edu email, and then you get a free $100 credit with Azure. The other thing that we have available for you guys is we have $250 available in Azure credit codes. So all you have to do is shoot me a Slack message, tell me your team is looking for some Azure codes. I will shoot you one. You just find wherever it is in the console to submit. Type in the code and you should get $250 just added straight to your account. If you need any help doing that, please message me or one of the other organizers and we'll definitely help you out. The last thing here is GCP or Google Cloud Platform free tier. Very similar to the AWS free tier option, except it starts also with this free credit. So AWS just had this always free products. So basically you get a bunch of free products for the entire year. And then you also get $300 in free credit that you can use towards any products that you're choosing, which is pretty nice for sure. Of course, this link is also available in the description. Feel free to go over here and apply. Just please remember that this is only available for those of you who are first-time users of Google Cloud Platform. If you've already used this up, I'm sorry, either make a new account or figure something else out. The last thing I wanted to pull up real quick is the Ultimate Hackathon Starting Guide, which we've advertised comfortably enough to all of you. But really quick, there's a section on cloud that I have written. So it goes over the cloud providers and a little bit of the documentation stuff, as well as some AWS services, since that is my specialty, that you might want to consider using for your application. Of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot them over to me or to any of the organizers. That is it. That is all I have for y'all. All of these resources should be available in the description or through messaging one of our organizers. If you have any questions about what I've talked about here today, please feel free to message me or drop a comment in this video, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys so much for coming. Good luck at the rest of Summer Hacks, and I will see all of you very soon.